So I'm gonna do the story time because I just got back from Miami, and I really want to encourage other women who go on girls trips on how they should behave or how they should be ready to be prepared for this type of environment. So I went to Miami this past week. Everything was cool the first 4 days. The last day was weird. Cool. So the girl I went with, only reason I know her is because one of my LA homegirls that does content said we should link up. Cool. We linked up. The first time we linked up, good vibes. I trusted her enough to be like, if we go to Miami, it'll be cool. So if y'all want more details, comment, but I'm just going to get straight into it. Long story short, we get there. Literally, as soon as I walked in the house, she was like, this is my alcohol. I'm not sharing with nobody, and it is what it is. Okay, well, if you get money like that or you have money, like, that shouldn't be a problem. So what do? I'm like, you know what? I'm going to order a bottle. So I ordered her own bottle, and I ordered the girls that were there a bottle too because they gave me shots as soon as I walked in. So the next day, like, she's just complaining the entire time. Like, I'm not planning nothing. Like, I don't want to be the host anymore. Just complaining about every single thing. Now, she had already made it pretty clear that she wasn't going to go to eat anywhere while we were in Miami. Okay, that's fine. Like, if we want to go eat, we'll just go eat. So I ordered some bananas because I'm trying to still watch my weight and be healthy on the trip. I noticed my bananas were gone because she walked over and grabbed my banana and put it in her mouth, started eating it. Keep in mind, you just complained about how this is your food, this is your stuff, don't touch anybody's stuff, but you're eating my shit. I'm not petty, but I was just like, hey girl, like, why are you eating my bananas? And she was like, oh, these are yours? I mean, clearly you didn't buy it, so obviously it's not yours. So needless to say, as that goes on throughout the trip, she's just sprinkling little, like, negative ass comments to the point where, like, all the girls were noticing it. At one point, she literally had the nerve to tell me I was jealous of her because we had the same color on. It's giving very insecure. And now she was a tall ass, like, very tall ass girl. I'm short. So she tried to say, like, how's the weather down there? And I was like, I thought she meant how's the weather in Houston. So I was like, oh, I think it's raining right now. I'm very oblivious to negativity because I'm a very positive person. So once I realized she was, like, being mean to me and singling me out, I kind of just started paying more attention. Now, we went out one of the days, and one of her friends came with us, and this was a male friend, and I guess I insulted him by asking a general question. The question was, I asked him and his friends, had a man ever tried to get at them? I guess they assumed that was me accusing them of being gay, but I'm bisexual, so I was just asking a general question so we could have conversation. Now, that must have upset her because the next day she let me know that I was not invited to go on the boat with her and her friend. But she invited the girl that I had been hanging out with the whole trip on the boat. Okay. Long story short, I was like, F it. I packed all my stuff, got a hotel, and I just flew home the next day because my flight was the next day. But I needless to say, she unfollowed me off everything. And I told her to her face how I felt about her. So that's why I'm ready to make this video. But I will literally never girls trip again with a mean girl.
So one of the other girls was like, you know what? I don't even want to deal with this. I'll put it on my card. You just got to pay me back as soon as we get back to the room. We get to the room, I need my money, like, ASAP. So the girl was like, okay, I got you, whatever. So we then go on. We get in the car. We're quiet and we're sleepy because we've been up since 5 in the morning. So we're kind of tired, especially the ones that's not driving. So I go to sleep in the back seat. They all go to sleep. We all sleep. We make it to our destination. And we're thinking, let's let the party begin, you know? So we all go to a liquor store. We all grab some liquor. I'm not the biggest drinker, but I grabbed me a little bottle, so I won't be asking for nobody else's bottle. But child, my friends know me. They know I don't really be drinking like that. I guess I just had it for giggles, okay? Because I was not drinking. So we go back to the airport a little bit later and pick up one of the other girls because she was headed to go to a wedding, I think it was. So she was like, she'll be there flying in a little bit later, which she did. So she came. We was like, okay, the vibes are about to be good, about to be immaculate tonight. Let's have some fun. After we picked up the girl from the airport and left the liquor store again, because we ended up going back so that the other girl could get her some liquor, we were like, okay, we're going to go out tonight. Let's have some fun. So we all get back to the hotel. I go in there, take a shower, then everybody else follows suit. We all put on our little outfits. I had on a little 2-piece crisscross thing in the front and a little skirt. I had a little open thing on the side. I would never wear that again. That's something that I wore to young child. You live and you learn, you know what I'm saying? So I wore that. We all took like a little video together where they were like, let's take a little video. So we did like a little boomerang video of our bottles, and that was really about it. So after we kind of did that, like I said, the vibes were still kind of weird. Like nobody was really talking to me. I wasn't really pressing to talk to nobody, but at the same time, I wasn't acting standoffish either. It was just like, y'all all know each other minus me. Like, I don't really know y'all minus the girl that I met on social media a couple years ago. So I thought she was really gonna be talking to me, and she was not. Going to Victory, Miami, I think that's what it's called. Anyways, let me tell y'all. Okay, so yeah, we're sitting outside. The lady was like, okay, I can sit y'all here. So we're just sitting outside. They're all like, come on, let's take a picture. They're all taking a picture together, and they're excluding me out of the pictures. Okay, so I didn't think nothing of it at first until they all kept having conversations, and when I would join in, nobody would respond or nobody would say anything when I was saying whatever to whatever we were talking about, the topic. So I actually have one video. I still may have it. I think it's on my MacBook, I think, of when I was sitting there and I was so irritated and ready to go because they weren't talking to me. Like, I even knew somebody that followed one of the girls that I came with, and I didn't know. So he was like, aren't you on that trip? He was like, I'm sure you're on this trip. I was like, yeah. He was like, oh, they've been posting pictures and doing stuff like, you know, without you. Like, I didn't even know you was with them. I'm like, yeah, I'm here. They just been acting funny the whole trip, and I really don't know why. Like, nobody's really talking to me, and I just don't know why. So fast forward, as we're getting ready to go, the lady was like, your ticket is paid for. I was like, oh, mine? How? Like, I didn't even pay it. She was like, one of the men over there paid for yours, so just want to let you know yours is paid for. So at that moment, y'all, that's when it changed. That's when they really started to amp up on the funny acting that they were currently doing. And mind you, I'm not thinking of it. I'm just like, oh, thank you so much. Like, where are they sitting at? Like, I want to tell them thank you, or tell the guy thank you, whoever paid for me. Like, I really want to say thank you. So I go over there, I'm like, thank you. They're like, oh, you're welcome, beautiful, whatever, whatever. We get ready to go. We decide we're going to go out. So we all go out. I don't know where we were at. It's not South Beach. I don't know where we was at, okay? We was down there. We was having a good time. It seemed pretty promising. Besides, they were in the car, like, vlogging, doing, like, little videos and stuff. I ended up finding this out at the end. That they had a whole YouTube vlog going on and excluded me purposefully on all the videos. They would not put me in not one of the videos, not one of their videos. So we're...
Y'all know how there's that running joke on the internet that girls' friendship never survived that girls' trip to Miami? I was born and raised in Miami, for y'all who don't know. So I've seen my fair share of fallouts, but to watch it unfold is wild. And I feel like the reason behind these breakdowns and these crazy fallouts is preparation. Like, the girls be like, Miami not ready for us. Y'all don't be ready for Miami. No shade to y'all. Y'all be coming from like North Carolina, like the middle of nowhere, and Arkansas, and just think y'all gonna fall into the South Beach lifestyle. And like I said, it's no shade to y'all, but as a girl born and raised in Miami, we give city girl. Y'all come from where y'all come from, and y'all be tens in y'all city, and get to Miami and see like girls is really like, this is the lifestyle for us. We always naked, we in a swimsuit, we sexy. But y'all come here and y'all think, and it don't be like that. The reason I'm even talking about this is because I saw it earlier this week. Me and my sister went out to dinner, and it was these girls from, I think, Chicago, celebrating somebody's birthday. Why one of the girls ended up like causing a whole thing about the check, and then she dined and dashed and left her friend that was just celebrating the birthday. Like, it was just ghetto all the way around. But a lot of times y'all come out to Miami with people that honestly y'all shouldn't be hanging out with in y'all city. And then half the time, y'all don't even really be liking each other for real. It's just like a convenience thing. And you just can't travel with just anyone, especially not to Miami, where the weather's hot, you easily aggravated, and you just uncomfortable in general. I couldn't even wrap my mind around like going out to a restaurant with somebody that, one, would cause a scene over an extra $30. And that's just me. Like, everyone has their budgets and their things. But the fact that no one at the table was just like, all right, let me just do this, that was very telling. Y'all don't really rock with each other like that. Because I refuse to believe between 6 girls, ain't nobody had an extra $30 to get a homegirl. All the girls in Miami, like, we're used to the crazy prices of things because we're from here. This is what we know. But when you're not used to it and your money funny,
Y'all want to hear a horror story? So about a year ago, I went to Vegas, right? And it was a very sporadic, last minute girls trip. We all needed a break from life, so we go to Vegas. So I go with 3 other girls. My friend, we're gonna call her Dee Dee. Her friend Nikki, which I knew through Dee Dee, and then Nikki's cousin Gabby. Right? These are all fake names. So I'm gonna just hit the key points. So we go to the airport at nighttime, and Dee Dee forgets her, or she loses her ID. And you know, you're going to Vegas, you need an ID to enjoy the nightlife. Like, that's just what it is. So we get there at night. We all change our clothes to go out. Dee Dee had a picture of her ID, and she also went to her settings and her profile settings on her phone and showed the date of birth. And they were like, okay, yeah, you can get in, but just this one time. So we go out. It was fun. It was a blast. We don't get back in until probably like 7 a.m. We meet new people. Like, it was cool. And also the girls, like those girls, like they had like a turnip kit, so it basically contained like shrooms. Can I say this? Like mushrooms, and then like, you know how people be like, drop the addy. The addy, yeah, they had like those type of things. So on top of alcohol, a little smoky smoke, they had those 2 other things that they were consuming. Me, I was just drinking for real. I might smoke a little tiny bit, but like it was mostly just drinks. So, okay, cool. That was fun. Next day, we go out to a pool party. And this is where things go crazy. So, we're at the pool party. Dee Dee couldn't get in because of her ID. But she was like, nah, just enjoy yourself, girls. And so, we're like, okay. The whole time, I'm texting Dee Dee, like, making sure she's straight. She wasn't straight. She was actually mad. But, oh, my light went out. So, she was actually mad. But, okay, cool. So, Nikki worked in a club in her hometown. So I don't know why this person made me look like I have a mustache. I don't have a mustache. But anyways, we meet up with the owners of the club that she currently worked at her hometown. So we're like, oh my God, you're out of town too? Cool. Let's turn up. We go to their cabana, like we kind of like chilling with them. So they was mainly focused on getting Nikki drunk. Like they was passing around shots to everybody, but Nikki was consuming the most alcohol. Me, I didn't consume 0 alcohol. The cousin drank a little bit, but I think she was kind of sober. And on top of the other 2 things that I had mentioned earlier, like they both were on that. I think, or Nikki was on that. I don't know about the cousin, but yeah, cool. Man, just my first time meeting the cousin too. So make a long story short, I am completely sober. We're leaving. Dee Dee's mad. Don't know where she's at. Her phone was also dead. There's also that. Her phone was dead, so she has Nikki's phone, right? And we're just like, okay, this is bad. Nikki disappears, okay?
Y'all, so tell me why I went on a group trip, right? And why did 2 of the girls only bring $100? Mind you, we had to get on the Uber, we had to go to the room, and we had to get some groceries. So I'm like, okay, when it's time to spend, they want to do that. Because I'm money card ready. So they want to be like, oh, I'll just Cash App you, or I'll Zelle you, or Apple Pay you. No. So that's what we not finna do. We not finna pay. No, we not gonna do no later on. No, none of that. Because then that's gonna get dragged on. So I'm already just mad at this point. I don't even want to go. I don't even want to follow through with the trip. So then, like, I'm like, should I say something? Because the other girls, they already had their money. So I'm just still sitting there like, bro, you just ruined my whole trip. So then it was like, oh, Derry, what's wrong? So I'm like, nothing. Because I'm really like fighting the urge not to say something. And then she was like, oh, okay. Mind you, these 2 are now together because they know something is off. They know that is wrong. So then, bam, they like, okay, let's go somewhere. In my mind, I'm like, where is you gonna go with $100? So I'm like, okay, bam, we figure out we was gonna go out to brunch or something. So we get to the brunch place. Why the fuck did they order? Literally, they ordered some chicken strips and some fries. Now, why at a brunch would you get some chicken strips? Alright, y'all, this is part 2 of me going on a group trip, and 2 of the girls only bought $100. Okay, so let me backtrack to part 1 when I ended off with saying basically we went to the brunch and the 2 girls only ordered chicken tenders and some fries at a brunch. So, okay, we all sitting at the table. Like I said, the 2 other girls, they already came, money ready. And then the 2 other girls, they sitting together because, like I said, they are together because they know, like, that is wrong. Who goes on a trip with only $100? So, we big ordered. We got some pancakes, we got some chicken, we got some macaroni, and, yeah. It was some other stuff we had got to because we was just like, we wanted to try it. It was a new place we haven't been, so we wanted to try out different stuff. So, okay, the brunch or whatever, now that all comes to an end, and we're trying to figure out what we're going to do next. Mind you, I'm still, okay, we having a good time at the brunch, but I'm still, like, kind of iffy on, with them bringing only $100. So we go back to the room, and that's when we start, just getting ready just because. So we got ready to go to the beach, and now we're trying to see, like, okay, we're going to take Uber there because that's the best, we on a trip. So obviously Uber is the best option. So we did want to go get some, like, stuff to make, like, snacks and stuff at the beach so we won't just be there, And, like, we also didn't bring, like, we needed a blanket and stuff like that. So we wanted to make a trip to the store before we actually went to the beach. So that's the Uber to the store. So we all talking about we gonna go. And mind you, we already paid for the Uber to go to the brunch. So we're gonna see what the other girls gonna say. So they talking about, I don't have any cash on my card. So we like, okay, because we already paid for the Uber. So I paid for the Uber to the brunch, and one of the other girls that bought the money, they paid for the Uber back. Mind you, these places is not far. So the Ubers don't cost that much. So I'm getting to the point where I'm like, I'm fed up already. I'm like, okay, this is just pointless. Like, why did y'all even come if y'all ain't gonna have nothing to do anything? So I'm like, okay, I finally say something. I'm like, okay, so why would y'all come on a trip with $100? And they like, because we thought we wasn't gonna be doing that much. This is a trip, so of course you're gonna need at least, like, shit, you don't know. You really don't know unless you budget your trip. Shit, unlimited funds in my eyes. So then she's like, oh, well, I wasn't looking at it like that. So we going back and forth. Then the other girls that bought money, they finally say something too, because they knew that was like, we all even agreed. Like, what the fuck? Go to part 3 so I can tell y'all what happened next.
So we get to Houston. We get to the hotel. Mind you, I said we've been driving all day, tired, but we had to be at the spot before midnight. So we were like trying to hurry up. We get there, and everybody at the hotel is just being so rude to us. Like, we were supposed to have a discount. They weren't trying to give it to us. We were like, okay. Charge us like double the price that night. And it was like on my friend's car, my friend Shay's car. It was just a lot of drama. It took us like an hour to even get in our room. So, and I'm just like, y'all are so rude out here for no reason. But I'm like, okay, I'm not going to judge about the hotel. Maybe it's just the people at the hotel. It was a lot of people there. Maybe they were just overwhelmed, stressed. I get it. So, we finally got our room. Of course, at this point, like, everybody kind of got a little attitude. We're tired. Then, like, I remember, like, my makeup thing had dry. It was just breaking. It was just a lot going on. Anyway, we hurried up, got ready, so we could make it there before 12. We're in the car. We're all trying to, like, stay positive. Okay, we're still going to have a good time tonight, right? So we get to the spot or whatever. So we're in line. It's like a line of like, okay, if you're just trying to get in or you already have section. So of course we got in line where we already have section. So we're in line, and literally like the people in front of us, they had a section too. So mind you, they already paid for the section, everything. They're already like, oh yeah, like the girl at the door is like, I think it was a boy, I don't remember, was like, oh, you gotta pay $20 to get in. So they're like, why? Like, we already got a spot. Then somebody from the back like, no, it's $40 to get in. Then literally, I kid y'all not, another worker comes and is like, nah, it's $60. Why are they paying $20, $40, $60? Which one is it? Why are they paying $60 to get into their own section? So that we were already like, okay, it's getting money hungry. So me and my other girl, our girls were already like, what's going on here? So the workers get to arguing about how much they should charge them. And this is like 5 minutes, right? So they finally let them in or whatever. They figured it out. I honestly can't remember like what ended up being the conclusion of them. So we get in, we lined up. The girls of my other friend that was there, her extra friends came. We're like, hey y'all, hey. We don't really know them, so it's just like, hey, we're gonna have fun, whatever. So they let us in. We had no problem. So it's like, okay, cool. So, you know, we walking down the stairs, trying to be all cute, all cute. And it's so dry in there. Mine is already midnight. So I'm like, okay, like, you know, maybe they'll start jumping later. So they're walking. It's a big little spot. If you've ever been to Bay Spring, Houston, it's a big, nice spot. So I'm like, we're walking. And they was like, the girl's like, oh, this is y'all section. It's 11 of us, right? Y'all, why was the section the size of the chair I'm sitting in? I'm going to pick it up so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Y'all, this is the chair I'm sitting in. I kid you not, this is how big our section was. And it was like a little baby table, like a vanity in front of us. I said, boy, ain't no way. Boy, ain't no way. So we're all just looking like, this can't be what we paid for. Especially because the picture showed, there was a section next to us that was like huge, that like would fit all of us. I'm like, this is not what we paid for. So we're like, so my friend says like, no, she didn't even sit down. She went to go talk to people in charge, and
I don't travel with just any of my friends because I have literally seen girls trips that have ruined friendships, and I have been on a girls trip that has ruined my friendship. When I was in college, I went on a trip with one of my good friends at the time, and we went on that trip to go to a particular event. I was more chill about this trip. I just wanted to enjoy the event for what it was, have a few drinks, and that's pretty much it. She had a different motive. She wanted to be on the scene. She wanted to dress up. She wanted the outfits, the glam, all the things, which by the way isn't a bad thing. It's not wrong to want that as part of your vacation experience. But when I tell you that tension was brewing throughout the trip and we ended up getting in an explosive fight, I mean like a straight up screaming death match, cursing each other out like two Project Street cats. You would have thought it was like Real Housewives. Long story short, it ended up completely ruining our friendship. Ultimately, it just came down to travel language. We had different intentions of going into the trip. So now that I'm currently on a girls trip, one of the things I made sure to do is talk about what's the intention for the trip. When you have a similar travel language with a friend, the trip is of course gonna have its hiccups, but it's more than likely going to go smoothly because you guys have a similar goal in mind. When these things aren't discussed, people can come into trips with different vibes and those vibes can end up clashing. Girl, so if you wanna go on a trip and still keep your friendship, you better talk about that intention in that travel language. Ooh wee. Now that I look back at that dumbass fight, I actually still feel really bad about it to this day. Girl, you know who you are. If you're watching, super sorry about that petty fight. So sorry that it ended our friendship. And if you ever want to link back up again, you let a girl know.
I don't know if y'all seen this video of this girl. She went on this girls trip in Mexico with her friend. It's been going viral on Twitter. You know, if you look it up on TikTok, girls trip, or Twitter, girls trip, and I'm sure it'll pop up, right? I don't really, you know, the story is what it is, but I really want to discuss the demeanor, right? Because, okay, fine, you went on this girls trip, but you brought your man that's not your man to your best friend's birthday trip. That just throws me off on so many levels because I'm not bringing my man when my friend don't have no man on her birthday trip. What do you got going on? You feel me? So then she keep talking about this $45. Basically, her best friend's friend didn't come to the trip with no real money. You know, it's an all-exclusive resort. So she came with a couple dollars or whatever. So the girl basically ended up owing her $45. So I get that, you know, but then she keep talking about how she got all this money. She make more money than her best friend. That also threw me off. Like, why are you giving these unnecessary details about your best friend? Oh, she was drunk. She was so drunk. We had to carry her to her room. Like, don't be putting my big business out here on the big internet when you got a following. I just feel like it's bad vibe. Now, I understand because at one point in the story, her best friend's friend pulls down her underwear when she's drunk in the bathroom, trying to use the bathroom in front of her man that's not her man. And I think that's what really turned her off over everything. But I just don't understand the point of dragging your best friend when technically your best friend didn't do anything but really just try and enjoy her birthday trip. And you shouldn't have brought that man in the first place. And she keep, like, the way she's talking about even the other girl just so disgustingly. Like, I don't know. I'm a person who is real. I'm really let me test out your spirit type of person. However, her spirit also don't feel right. It don't feel like it's, you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping, but you know what I mean? My best friend got friends that I don't have a taste for, this and that, but I feel like she was so wrong in so many instances. that I can't feel bad. Like, girl, even with her, she decided not to go. Her best friend wants to go on a yacht with the other girl, and she was like, I'm not going, I don't feel like it. And then she make other friends on the resort. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, I'm just saying my best friend, we down to the end. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you want to go on that yacht, I don't care if I don't like your friend, I don't care about what happened yesterday. At this point, you my best friend, I love you, it's your birthday, that's all that matter. But you too concerned about that, you too concerned about these people, you know what I'm saying? You not, it don't feel like you there for your best friend's birthday. And that's what my problem is, and that's where my problem lies, because you let your best friend whole birthday be ruined. And I feel like it's really just over that man. And because you claim you don't like her other friend, but it's just like, I don't know. Let this be y'all lesson. Don't bring no man on no girls trip. If you can't go without your man, or your man that's not your man, because we keep forgetting that part, then don't go. Okay, baby? Okay. And if you are very serious about your money, don't be putting out your card for no group dinner and you need all your coins back. Don't be offering up to pay for nobody's stuff if you need all your money back. That's just me. Because I just feel like, you know, sometimes people be coming up short, people ain't got no money, this and that, with the woo. But guess what? I ain't putting out my car for nobody. Unless it's love, unless I'm blessing you. But if you know you finna be complaining with over some stuff just in case your money don't get there, then you shouldn't have put it out in the first place. Ooh.
This is why I deadass don't do group trips. I don't do girls trips. Every time I travel, I always travel with one person. That's my best friend. Because why I just came back from Cabo and one of the girls did not bring no bread to the trip. So story time on why the fuck I will never do a girls trip again. So mind you, before I even booked the trip, my intuition told me not to go on the trip. Like, I was the last person to book. I spoke to my mom. She told me to follow my gut. She told me not to book. But it was one of my homegirls' birthday, and I never ever celebrated her birthday with her. So I was just like, I like traveling. Fuck it, I'll pop out to the trip. The reason I wanted to go wasn't because of her, though. It was because of the people she was inviting to the trip. So I was just like, if I'm going to go, I'm not going to go if she invites just her friends. I'm going to invite somebody myself. And I did. I invited my man. My man, that's not my man, but he is my man, but that's a whole nother story for next time. And before y'all even say anything, I asked her first before we made the trip to go together, because she knows him and we normally hang out together, so she was okay with it. Plus, it's also good to have a male figure around that you can trust, because girls like to drink. And he looked out for us the whole trip. So fast forward to Thursday. Before we went on the trip, we left Friday morning at 5 a.m. We all went to my friend's birthday dinner. We're going to call her Keisha. Keisha had her birthday dinner the night before. She invited 2 other girls, and one of the girls was going on the trip with us. We're going to call the other girl Imani. We all ordering, having a good time. But like, Imani vibe from like the very jump is throwing me the fuck off. Like, she gives like, pick me, yes man, I'm a fan type of vibe. You know, one of those girls that you can peep just follows you around because she just wants to be like accepted so bad. Yeah, she was one of those girls. But I'm like, not my friend, not my problem. So she can do whatever the hell she want to do. But one thing about it, I can read a person and I'm never wrong. Every person she brought around me, I told them exactly who they were. And before they even showed them who the fuck they was, I was right. We ordering, we tasting food. I'm vibing with the girl that's sitting next to me. She didn't go on the trip. But when the bill came, the bill was like $798 or something like that. That's valid for 4 people. Especially since we went to a nice restaurant. Mind you, if you do the math, it was only $181 per person. My bad, this was the receipt. It was $724. So I put it on my card because, like, I didn't really care. Everybody sent me their bread automatically. The other 2 girls sent me their bread. All of a sudden, her Cash App is not working. Her Zelle is not working. Her Venmo is not working. Her PayPal is not working. Her Apple Pay is not working. Talking about, oh, it must be the service. How come everybody's service was great when they sent me my bread? Now it's your turn. Your service is bad. Come to find out, this girl shorted me $46. And I was definitely pissed about it because, girl, I don't even know you for you to be owing me bread. She was like, oh, did you pay yet or can I tap? Girl, obviously you saw me put my card down for the whole bill. That's why everybody sent me the bread. I told her I paid. She showed me she only had $135 in her bank account.
why do you only have $135 in your bank account? We leave tomorrow. So I'm like, maybe she gets paid tomorrow because it was Thursday and we left on a Friday. So she sent me the bread and I got the bread of $135 and she was just like, I owe you $46. So I'm like, okay, thinking she's going to pay me tomorrow because it's Friday. Y'all, I never got that bread. And once I peeped, that's all the money she had in her bank account. Oh, I was tight. Because she texted me silently, so nobody knew she shorted me the bread. I didn't even tell the birthday girl until like 2 days into the trip because I didn't want to embarrass her, feel me? So we booked 2 different packages. So they booked their own package and I booked my own package with my man. So our flights was 2 different flights, but we were like an hour away from each other. On the flight, I told this boy and I was just like, I promise you, she did not come to the trip with no bread. She shorted me $46. She only had $135 in her bank account. I don't know how much she gets paid tomorrow, but she's not giving me that bread back and I'm already tight. Might know, she's older than me and my homegirl Keisha. But I was like, I'm not gonna let this ruin the trip. It's just $46. I'll swallow it. I'll ask her for the bread after the trip is done. We all land, we all Gucci, everything is good vibes. Like, I'm letting go of the bread, it's fine. But I already know, like, I don't like her personality and I don't like her aurora. Like, it's something about her is just, like, throwing me off. So now, we're out there for my homegirl birthday. I expect her to get wasted, drunk. I'm out there to take care of her. Bro, I was a mom. I packed everything you could think of. Vitamin C, Advil, Alka-Seltzer. I had Zyrtec. I had everything you can think of you would need for a hangover, for stomach problems, for everything. Gas X, I had it. And it came in handy because on the first day, we was wheeling my homegirl out in a wheelchair at 7 p.m. because she got wasted. I was the only person that wasn't really drunk, me and my man, because like I like to pay attention to things, and I'm happy I am like that because I had to pull my homegirl out the pool and be like, baby, let's go. We're going back to the hotel room because you're done. She was turning up, but she was turning up a little too much, and people was recording, and you're not going to embarrass my friend. No. However, both of them fried their phones. Keisha and Imani, they both fried their phones in the pool. You know why Imani also fried her phone in the pool? Because she also got wasted, but she was just following every single thing Keisha did. If Keisha took 10 shots, Imani took 10 shots. If Keisha was dancing on a boy, she found the boyfriend to dance on. For some reason, if Keisha dropped her phone in the pool, Imani just threw her phone in the pool. This is what I mean, like she was a yes man. She was a pick-me. So we get to the hotel room, and I'm trying to ask the girl that she's rooming with what's their room number. She's too drunk to remember. And my homegirl, she was blacked out drunk. Like, she was done for. Like, she was on the bed. She was fried. And I'm, like, trying to take care of her. Like, I'm, like, you know, making sure I take off her makeup because the pool, like, fried her makeup. I'm taking off, like, her bikini top, changing her. I change her into one of my man's shirts. We're, like, making sure she doesn't throw up. I'm giving her vitamin C. I'm giving her Alka-Seltzer water. And then when she did start throwing up, like, we took her to the bathroom. And my man took care of her the whole time. I even literally sat her up and blew dry her wig because her hair was soaked from the pool. And it was so cold in our room. I didn't want her to get sick the next day, and it threw us off the trip. So, like, I'm holding her, and I'm blow drying her hair and everything. And her homegirl is just being mad loud. Imani's just being mad loud. Like, she's screaming. She's, like, doing too much. She's, like, complaining about her phone being fried. I'm like, girl, my friend is drunk right now. Like, we'll deal with you later. You're good. I need to worry about her. And all she's talking about is, I need to text my man. I need to text my man. Y'all, she was talking about texting her man the whole time. How come your man didn't send you no bread for the trip? And here's T. She slept with somebody on the trip and had them give her $100. Girl, you sold yourself for $100? You slept with somebody for $100? Because that's what it's giving. Because how did the money even come to play? How did he even send you $100? Like, how did he know you were broke? So now I'm getting overwhelmed because my homegirl is, like, throwing up all over the room. Like, I'm trying to take care of her, and this girl's just doing too much. So I'm like, all right, take me to you guys' room, and we're gonna walk to the room together, and we're gonna like grab some of her stuff so like I can tie her wig down and stuff like that. So she's just gonna sleep in our room, and then when she wake up, she's Gucci, because you seem well enough to just go to your room by yourself. You're not throwing up, you're good. So we walk to her room. This girl don't even know where her room is. So now I'm getting frustrated because I'm like, bro, like, this is mad irresponsible. Like, what if me and my man decide to just leave the pool while you guys were having fun? How are y'all getting back to y'all room? Because this girl couldn't even walk. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to call front desk, and I'm going to give them her first and last name because I know it. She didn't even know how to spell my homegirl first and last name. I was like, I'm going to give her the first and last name, and I'm just going to figure out what the room number is. And I did. While I'm on the phone, I hang up the phone, and I turn around, and this girl is in the bathroom. Mind you know, my man is in the bathroom holding my homegirl's hair back while she's throwing up. This girl is in the bathroom with her bikini bottom off. Like, coochie out, butt out, everything, in front of my man, talking about like, oh, I gotta pee, I gotta pee. Girl, I don't care how drunk you are. If you're sober enough to walk around, and you know you need to call your man, you know you need your Fendi shades, you know this, that, or third, you're well aware you need a charger, then you're well aware that you should not be pulling down your underwear in front of my man. Like, what? So now I'm livid. Like, I already don't like you. Now I really don't like you. So I walk in the bathroom. I told my man, like, let's get, her out the bathroom. Like, I'm trying not to show how heated I was. And I was like, let her go pee. Once she finished using the bathroom, we went back in the bathroom. And I helped my homegirl go back on the toilet so she continued, like, throwing it all up. And I start crying because I'm so pissed. And this girl had left to go, go back to her room or whatever the hell she was trying to do. I think she went to go get a charger. Not to mention, she took my charger with her, and I was the only person with an iPhone 15. Everybody else had the regular cord. I was the only one with a UBC cord. And I was the only one with all the information on my phone for my trip. And she took our key card, which would have been an extra $60 if it was lost. And she did lose our key card. So around 2 in the morning, my friend sober up. And we walked to her room because I wrote down their room number. And I'm like, oh, where's the key card? Where's my charger? She's like, oh, I didn't take it. Girl, yes, the fuck you did. And the reason why I know is because I'm mad prepared too prepared every time I'm going on vacation, especially if I'm going out the country. I unpack everything in the drawers. I take out the chargers. I plug one in one side of the bed and I plug the other in the other side of the bed. Before I even step outside, I unpack. So that's how I know you did take my charger, because you were sitting right on the bedside where my charger was at. And I left my room with a charger there, and you left my room with my charger gone. So who took my charger? She's like, oh, I didn't take it. I didn't take your key card. Girl, yeah, I know where I put my stuff. I'm the only one sober. You think I'm gonna listen to a drunk person talking about you didn't take my stuff? So now I'm getting heated as hell because my phone is on 5%. And I told her that. Y'all, she's talking about, oh, can I please use your phone? I just want to text my man to tell him I'm okay. Like, please, please, please. Girl, I'm on 5%. I need my phone so I can book my cab back home to the airport when we're leaving by tomorrow, and I don't have a charger, and none of y'all have the same charger I need for my phone, and you're worried about texting your man to make sure that you're okay. But this is getting long, so I'm gonna come back for part 2. Everybody, they are from this bitch. She's alive. They're alive. You're gonna talk to me.
Alright, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all my part of the story because since y'all asking, and I have worked in like a few hours. So let me just do this fast. I just got out the shower. So it was my birthday trip, right? We planned this about December. We paid in January, right? So I'll let everyone know, have funds. We pay for it already in January. I'll pay for it early, so just because you can have extra funds, you pay for it too early. My birthday is March 15th. So the dinner come right before we went to the flight. I didn't know that Nutella ain't have no money. I honestly didn't know that. You feel me? I didn't know. I didn't know she even shirted Kalia. So I'm finding that out days later. So I'm thinking everything going fine. I'm paying for Ubers and stuff like that because I just don't be worrying about stuff like that. So now I honestly didn't enjoy my birthday. I honestly want to do it over. Like, I honestly did not enjoy my birthday, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I was so upset because it's like I came out here for a good time, and it's like I felt like I was just in the middle of everybody, like, because I wanted to be cordial with everybody. I don't want nobody to feel no way, like, and I'm a good person, so it's like I didn't want to treat her no different types of way because she is a cool person though. Like, I didn't want to treat her wrong, but she don't have the money because it was a point I was there in life. You feel me? Everyone gonna get there, their time to shine. So I didn't want to like judge. So it was like I was there at a point, so I'm like, all right, cool. But it was like at some point I was just like, I'm not enjoying my birthday because I really can't do what I want to do because you don't have the funds, you understand? And it was like, now what I do? Do I leave her in the room? No, I don't want to. Kalia's feel me out, but doing her thing. I want to have fun too, but it's like I don't want to leave her because at the end of the day, we're in the same room. It was just too much. Like, I was paying for cabs. It was just like I was just so drained because it was like, is this my birthday or no? Like, it's not even my birthday. Like, and then when Kalia did not want to sit here and go up to my boat party, I was upset because it's like, girl, it's my birthday, and you know already the situation we're going through. Like, just come to my birthday boat ride, and I wound up paying extra $150 because Kalia wasn't at the boat ride and she booked it off her phone. So I was just so like upset and drained. Like, I literally wanted to go home because this was my first girl trip and I wanted it to go a certain way, and it did not go as planned. Like, I did not know my girl trip was gonna be how everybody else be talking about it on the internet. And I didn't think I was gonna experience that for real. Like I thought it was just a cat, but I actually experienced it in real life. And I was just like, yo, I just want to go home. Like I barely ate on the trip, y'all. Literally, I ate breakfast and that's it. Like I was just so drained. I was just so tired. I just wanted to have fun. I did not eat. Luckily, I found like I met some people and we wound up going to a club. They wound up getting bottles for me, like men. You know, met a group of men. For me, like you know what I mean. And like it was just like I was just so drained. Like I just did not enjoy my birthday, and I honestly want to do it all over again. Like I just felt like I was just so drained. I didn't want to make her feel left out, and Kalia, I didn't want her to feel a certain way. So I'm just trying to be cordial both of them, and they both not talk to each other. So it was like, now I'm in the middle, stuck. What do I do? Like it's like, Kalia saying this, she's saying this, Kalia being distant because of her, and it's like, all right, what the fuck? Like it was just so much. I was just so over it. And it was just like I was just drained because it's like what if I didn't have the money? That was my main thing. Like what if I didn't have the money? So I had to talk with her at the side, like, yo, bro, you cannot do this no more. Like I had to talk with her 1-to-1 because it's like at the end of the day, I know people go to stuff, but it's like you should always have at least 600. At least come up with 600, 700. At least I don't care what you got. You better stack all them little chump change to the side. Do what you got to do. At least like. It was just like, bro, come on, bro. And I was like, you have to call somebody. Like, we need money, bro. I'm not, like, it's like, come on. I have money for myself, but at the end of the day, I have to go home and pay bills. Like, I have my own crib. I have to pay bills. I have to pay this, credit card, this, that. Like, I have stuff I have to do. So, it's like, I can't be, you understand? Like, just splurging, and I still got to go home. And, like, you feel me? Like, I didn't mind. Money is never an issue, but it's like, all right. We knew we was going on a trip. So, it was like, no. So, y'all, honestly, I would say my trip was probably like a 5 out of 10. I had fun at the boat ride, though. My phone was broke. I had got my phone fixed because my phone broke at the pool party day 1. I got my phone fixed. So, my phone was the only phone surviving. Like, literally, my phone. And literally, when I got my phone back from the Mexican store in Mexico, my phone turned on, right? But it had no service out of nowhere. My phone is on. So, it's like, what should I do to my phone? So, I literally had to get a whole new phone today. Clear screen and everything, because if y'all look at my other videos, it was like screen looked funny. My phone was done, so we was literally surviving off my phone, y'all. She had no phone blinked out, nothing. So my phone was the only phone. My phone. I was just so over it, y'all. I was still trying to enjoy my time because I was like, all right, I'm not gonna let that ruin it. But that had a part to why I didn't enjoy everything. You understand? And then it was like Kalia was being distant, so she was doing her own thing, and it's like I'm stuck. I feel like I was stuck in the middle because it's like, what do I really do right now? Like I don't. It's like I didn't think I was gonna actually experience this, but yeah, y'all.
But how do you feel about it? Because when we seen it, it kind of gave Mean Girl and all that extra stuff. Like, what happened?
Yeah, level 30's been.
Like, majority of the stuff that she stated was a lie.
Wait, who?
I'm gonna tell my story. Kalia. But I'm gonna just play a voice note first, and then y'all gonna just see the rest after. Okay. But
this is a voice note from Kalia?
From Anna.
Not to come on a trip $135 or less than $500. It don't matter, bro. And I told you that to your face. It was never nothing. Nigga, I made a video on TikTok because Kalia made her video and it was getting mixed up. And I told you that yesterday when you came to my crib. I told you. I made a video.
Hold on.
I literally told Kalia what she was wrong at. I told her, like, bro, all that stuff is in the video is not true. She said, oh, well, it's too late. I'm not deleting the video anyway. So what I'm supposed to do? Well, fight her to, take the video down? I'm confused. I told her she was wrong at, and then she still made one video. So then I made my video stitching it because I had to say my part of the story. And anything I said, I could say to your face. I never said nothing to where I couldn't say to your face. How I felt on the trip, you know how I felt. Yeah, I both knew how I felt on the trip.
So yeah, that's just a little snip of our conversation that we're having. But I'll be posting.
Hold on, before you keep talking, the ones who was on the live, who I see y'all request, but we're gonna put y'all up like after Nutella, so like we could just talk or whatever. Because let's just give Nutella like her time. So why did Anna reply like this? You had asked her like why she.
I asked her. I was like, why are they like saying like things that never even happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then like saying like, you know, prices like $100. Like, why are you saying that? Like, that's not even true. So Anna had to be like, oh yeah, it's not true. She's just making up stories.
So 135 is not true.
No, like I had 135 in my account, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that didn't mean I had 135 for the trip. I had my credit cards. My phone broke. So how can I use my credit cards? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot with that. That's why I'm gonna put my video out.
Oh, you have your video coming. You have a video.
Yeah, I have a video coming, so that's why.
Is Kalia Kalia is not your friend?
Kalia is not my friend.
Anna,
But I knew
Anna
her
are still
prior
friends?
to the dinner.
You didn't meet her prior to the dinner, you said?
I met her like on FaceTime and like through text message 2 months ago before the trip. 'Cause we
Oh,
were
so
trying
you
to...
didn't just meet at the dinner.
Exactly.
So you and Anna are
And
still
I have my receipts to prove that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Cause she even invited me out.
The Kalia girl invited you out?
Mm-hmm.
Before the trip?
No, to like Alpha and stuff.
When was this? Before the trip? Like,
Yeah, before the trip.
oh, so y'all was kind of acquainted, basically. But she made it seem like she didn't know the girl, right?
Right.
Before the trip. So you saw all the videos, like you saw everything?
Yeah, but I'm gonna let y'all know more when I post. So y'all should repost and everything.
So that's crazy. Wait,
so
when
yeah.
are you posting?
How when I posting?
Yeah.
By tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. So you and Anna still friends?
Yeah, we're cool.
You're still cool with her after this? Yeah. Well, y'all had your own conversation.
Like from a distance, you know what I'm saying?
But you don't feel like it could be the same way. Oh, they're sending you so much roses. That's so nice.
But yeah, I'll tell you guys more. I gotta like leave right now, but
okay.
Got my hand sanitizer. Got my anti-nausea medication. Hold on to that. Oh, hi, earplugs.
You need to relax, Judge Judy. You know I got some bomb-ass kush if you want to take a hit of it before you get on the plane. That shit'll have you right.
Where did you hide? You know what? Never mind. I'm not even gonna ask.
Fine, I ain't gonna tell you. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. Where the sun don't shine. You know, a lot of people think that means the vagina, but actually, it's the butthole. I got drugs in my booty.
You know what? It can cause a lot of infection.
Girl, you can't get no infection in your booty hole. It's a booty hole.
Okay. Enough. You're grown.
Okay, so I got pressed by the one of the girls from the Miami trip where the other girl allegedly got left. She said, show them my side because y'all believe in somebody who's mental. I said, the story you posted on your TikTok, I'm going to look at it in a few and post your side. So here we go. So one of the main things I got from this story was they did book a round trip ticket. So that was cap. Shorty said that they came there with $200 and they did not book a round trip ticket. Shorty sent the receipts or posted the receipts that she bought her round trip ticket. Boom. So she also wanted to show that she had $665 in her account, not $200. So for everybody saying that they didn't buy a round trip ticket, she's saying that was cap. She showed proof of that, and she showed from March 11th while she was on the trip, she had more funds than that in her Cash App account. You feel me? Now, as far as the trip goes, she told the story on her page. If y'all want to go watch it, y'all can. I'll try to give y'all a condensed version of it because it's like 30 minutes of yapping. I'm not going to lie. What I learned mainly is that these girls are really young, and Trinity is the youngest of the girls. Like I'm talking like 18 years old. You feel me? Going to Miami and whatnot. But they were like kind of beefing before they even went on a trip. You feel me? And then they go on a trip. And it was this girl's birthday, the Barb Too Rich girl. It was her birthday. She wanted to do something like go out to eat or something. Trinity wanted to do her own thing, so she left them like while they were on their way to the restaurant or something like that. Trinity left them. This is all allegedly. I don't know what's true and what's not, but she left them and did her own thing, and then linked back up, and they got into it about that. Then they went to some spot or whatever. Trinity was actually too young to get in, so they all left the spot or whatever for her. This is all alleged. You feel me? And then when it came time to for the boat thing, it was kind of what we saw. Like, they wanted to go and put up the 65 to get on the boat. She ain't want to put up the 65 to get on the boat. The dude who said he would get people in for free, he was only talking to the birthday girl. He said he would pay for her, but the rest of y'all got to pay or whatever. Trinity wasn't trying to pay. You feel me? So she decided to not go on the boat. But then she made it seem like they left her instead of like the fact that they all told her they were going on a boat and she wasn't. And she tried to make it look like something it's not. This is the story that I got from what was posted on her TikTok. You feel me? If y'all want to go watch the 30-minute version of that, y'all can, but it's a lot of yapping going on. You feel me? But she wanted me to tell her side. You feel me? I have no horse in this race. It is what it is. You feel me? But for the people who've been tagging me in it and the people that's writing me at 3 a.m, I work a full-time job. So I can't, I'm not going to be up 4 a.m, giving y'all updates about this. You feel me? But yeah, man, hit that follow button. Go subscribe to the YouTube. How y'all feel about this, man?
I make so much more money than my best friend that I met the girl on Broadway Junction. She was begging for money, the poor scallywag. I said, please, can I get some more, sir? I dropped a penny in her bucket. You should have seen the poor thing. The stomach was touching her back. She hadn't eaten in weeks. But I said, I like you. And we've been friends ever since.
That's nice, but can you get back to the story time? I really want to hear about your experience in Cabo. Looking for
let me continue to tell them how much more money I have. I have so much money that in the trip to Mexico, I could have stayed 15 more days if I wanted to. And I could have bought a hombre or two. Un chiste, as they like to say. I don't really know. I don't speak poor.